Hey, garden friends. We have some seedling maintenance to do today. I want to get some snapdragons separated, pot up some of these other beautiful seedlings, and give all these little guys their own little space to grow. We're going to start today with our snapdragon seedlings. These have been growing on in here for about 4 weeks. We planted these up together in mid-February, and right around 3 to 4 weeks is the perfect time to either thin or separate these little seedlings. So if we were going to thin them, all we would have to do is kind of pull out all the little plants that you don't want and leave the ones that you do, or you could just snip them out with the scissors. Some people do that. Me personally, I like to keep a majority of the things that I grow if I can. And so we're going to separate these today, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to pop them right back into these 72 count trays because snapdragons can grow right in these cells up until the point where we put them out in the garden. Sometime in the end of April, depending on the weather, they can handle a little bit more cold than some other flowers. So that's really great. And this step is really important, you guys, because it's going to give these little seedlings their maximum potential to grow. They're going to have enough airflow, light, and their own little cell of nutrients. So it's a really important thing to do if you can get around to it. All right, I'm going to bring you in close so you guys can see what we're working with here. Some of these seeds are great. The ones that have just the one in each cell, I'm just going to leave alone today. What we're going to kind of work with here are the situations like this, where we have multiple seedlings growing in these cells here. We're going to get these all separated and into their own little homes. I'm going to do one of these up close for you guys so you can see what we're doing. I'm just going to get one of these out. You can see we have 2 seedlings growing in this little cell, so I am just going to very gently pull these apart. Right. Tuck it in there nicely. And that's all we have to do all the way around. This one tucked in nicely too. All right, we're going to work our way through this whole tray, and I have one more tray of snapdragons, and then we'll move on to our next seedlings. Grab some pre-moistened potting mix in case we need to add some to these cells here. As far as these snapdragons go, this is really the hardest part of growing them. They really don't need much care after this point, just keeping them watered and fertilized up until the point where we plant them. And these will bloom for us anywhere from about June all the way through the fall. So we get to enjoy these blooms some of the spring, all summer, and into the fall, which is amazing. But this step really does help you grow a more robust, healthy plant, just giving them all the things that they need with that space and airflow. But guys, if you didn't have time to do this step, or you just don't enjoy this sort of thing, you can absolutely thin these and just take a scissors and snip out some of these little guys. And that would take you just a couple of minutes. I myself find this step kind of therapeutic. I don't mind it. I will sit down here and put on some music or a YouTube video and just kind of enjoy my time down here. And I also just kind of enjoy salvaging all the seedlings that we got to grow down here. You might notice I'm looking a little bit droopy and sad right after you do this, but that is okay. We're just going to water them in, get them nice and settled into their new little homes, get them back under the grow lights. And within a day or so, they're going to bounce right back and look great again. Once we're all done with today's planting, I'm going to actually show you what these plants look like, and it is the next day, so that you're going to be able to see just how quickly these plants kind of bounce back and end up looking a whole lot better than they do today. I remember the first time I ever grew snapdragons and I separated them. I kind of thought I killed them. They looked really sad and droopy after separating them. I kept checking on them. So if this happens to you, don't worry, give it a little time, keep them watered under the grow lights, and most of the time these plants are a lot more resilient than we think. With this second tray of snapdragons, you're going to notice it goes a lot more quickly than the first one, partly because half of the tray I didn't have very great germination on. So it was kind of a game of moving things over and making room for the seedlings that we did have to separate. And I like to keep the varieties organized. So when it's time to plant these out in the garden, I kind of know what colors we're going with in case we want to put things in specific spots. And I don't always plan. Sometimes by the end of the year, we just end up planting things where we can. But if I can, I do like to try to plan out the garden a little bit. And you can see here on both of these, we got almost full trays of snapdragons after separating, which is amazing. Now that we have our snapdragons all done, we're going to work our way through this other tray. Now for this tray, we're going to tackle this just a little bit differently. We're still going to be separating these if they need it, but at the same time, we're going to pot them up into a little bigger cells. We have sort of a mishmash of different flowers growing in this tray. Hollyhocks, delphiniums, foxglove, and alyssum. And all of these are going to want just a little bit more space to grow on in a little bigger cell. And since we're tackling this today, we're going to get this done too. So what I have here is just a bunch of these 6-packs that I had purchased on Amazon. So we're going to get these filled up with our pre-moistened potting mix, show you guys how we're going to pot these up, and then we'll take a look at everything that we got done today. I'll show you up close here what we're going to do. We'll start with one of these hollyhocks. Ease this out. A little well. Popping right in there. Now I'm going to grab just a little more pre-moistened potting mix to top this little guy up. But let me show you, like this one, we're going to separate. Gently ease these apart. I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the tray here, and some of these smaller ones we just have to be a little bit more gentle and careful with. As I was saying, some of these seedlings were kind of little. I could have waited just a few more weeks to pot some of these up. The hollyhocks look like a great size for this. Some of them I could have maybe waited a week or two, but you guys kind of know how it is when we start tackling our garden chores and I'm down here doing this. Sometimes we just need to get things done, and these little plants will be just fine, and they will wind up being a whole lot happier with all this extra space to grow with, and it won't take them long to fill out the space. Last thing that we're potting up in this tray is our foxglove, and I am super excited, especially for this Excelsior mix. If I remember right, this is supposed to bloom the first year, so we should be able to see these beautiful flowers yet this year. Now we're going to take a look at everything we got done today. And you might notice it's a new day. I did that on purpose. You kind of saw the state of what these seedlings looked like yesterday. They were a little sad and droopy, a little bit almost angered at us disturbing their whole little world. And that's why I wanted to show you today in just less than 24 hours how well these plants are doing. All right, we got our snapdragons here. I'm going to bring it in close. All of these look amazing, you guys. And they're already thanking us for the extra space to grow. All right, give you a little overview of our second tray. This is the one we didn't have as well of germination in. So some of these are empty over here, but the rest are pretty much filled up. We're going to have a lot of beautiful snapdragons to put out in the garden this year. This was part of our mishmash tray with our hollyhocks, delphiniums, and the alyssum in here. So I'll bring you in close. You can see these hollyhocks looking great. A couple of our delphiniums are a little bit small, but they're going to be just fine. I thought I spotted some little buds on our alyssum. They're actually blooming already, which is okay. They'll continue to bloom for us even after I plant them out in our containers and kind of use them as a ground cover out in the garden. So it's kind of exciting to already have some color down here. And the last tray is our foxglove. And again, some of these are little bit small, but like I said, it does not take long for these to kind of fill out. Some of these bigger plants like this here are just going to love having that extra space. And show you one more thing. So this is the only tray we did not get to from our first round of seed starting. And that's because some of these were still on the smaller side. Just have a little bit of celery growing on the end, eucalyptus and a lavender. And as soon as these put on just a little bit more size, we'll get them potted up as soon as I feel a little more comfy with these little seedlings. All right, friends, it felt really good to get that done. I always enjoy getting another thing checked off the list when it comes to seeds or garden work. I hope it was helpful watching me separate some of these snapdragons because it's really not that difficult of a process. And as you can see, the plants benefit so much from doing this, you guys. And all these other plants are going to be super grateful that they're in their new little homes. And I'm going to keep you updated on all the growing here. And friend, if you made it this far, consider subscribing because we like to put out a new video every Friday. Whatever we're doing, whether it's seed starting, work down here in the garden, cooking up some of these awesome things that we're going to be growing soon. And up here, our garden season is just getting started in Wisconsin. We still have snow on the ground, so there is plenty of time to start a whole bunch of more seeds and a full, fun outdoor garden season ahead for you. And if you guys want to watch the video where we started all of these seedlings and I show you the pictures of all the different varieties we have growing here, I'll pop those up on the screen for you to enjoy. Hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one.